same handout up here. A lot of the information that I'm going to be sharing with you is going to be located right here on my website. It's going to be underneath services, sites for your business, Google. So we're going to talk about a lot of these elements that are listed right here. This whole page, every item on here pertains to real estate. Somehow, some way, this pertains to real estate. The majority of these items are free. Take advantage of it. We're going to set up the page. It's going to maybe earn you over $50,000 a year on that one. We're going to set up some other pages that are going to get you to the top of the search engine optimization. All that's listed there on that website. All right. Let's get to it. So Google, like I mentioned earlier, Google owns the world. We just happen to live in it. That can kind of be scary for some people. But Google has made the pledge to don't be evil, which I love. Somebody put that in a Darth Vader helmet. Don't be evil. That is their motto of the company. That is their slogan. Don't be evil. But they are involved everywhere. They're involved in a lot of different facets. It's not just search engine optimization. It's not just paid ads. Although paid ads, that's 90% of the money that they make. But they're involved in, like we saw earlier, robots with Boston Dynamic, driverless cars, map integration, voice recognition systems, facial recognition systems. There's a lot of different things that we can use. And we're going to use a lot of these items to help improve our business. Now, some of these elements are going to be right up your alley. You're going to be like, this is great, this is awesome. Others are going to be like completely foreign and new to you. There's going to be a lot of different things we talk about today. Find 3 things. I know I told you earlier I'm a one-thing instructor. Your one thing today is to find 3 things. Find 3 things that are going to improve your business with Google. And it can be, it's more productivity based for some of you. It can be that it's more SEO and lead generation based for some of you. You decide what works best for you. We are going to start with the easy stuff, the stuff that's going to help us to increase our time. But before we even get into that, what the heck is inside of a Google account? Let's talk about that. Everybody has a login for Google. You have multiple logins for Google. So at the top right-hand corner, where you see my photograph, I'm actually logged into my Gmail account. And when I'm logged into my Gmail account, that's going to give me access to all of these different elements plus more. I mean, there's all of these features. So they have a one login system for Google. Now, that's going to give me access to Google Drive. It's going to give me access to my YouTube account. It's going to give me access to everything that I need to do. It's like coming into the Google room through that door right over here. Well, I can walk into Google through this door, and that could be my Keller Williams login. So many of you use your Keller Williams email. Well, when you come in that door, you have another Google Drive. You have a separate YouTube account. So you could have a YouTube channel for your business life and your personal life. Or you could have one primary one, which is what I do, and then just not use the other YouTube channel that's associated to your Keller Williams account. But I use both my drives because I need more space, I need more storage. And so I use my Google Drive on my Gmail account, and then I use my Google Drive, one more, yeah, then I use my Google Drive on my KW account. Anybody else need a handout? We're good? So you have access to this. Now, another option is this. You have a third opportunity to get into Google, and that is through what is called G Suite. G Suite, and that is basically where you get your own domain name. So I have Michael at mtrittinc.com, and I have everybody on my design team that has access to the Google Drive that we have over there. So if you pay, and you pay like $2 or $3 a month for access to that per user, we have expanded space for storage in Google Drive. We have all the other tools plus other elements because we're part of G Suite. So there's opportunities to get inside of Google. So when we say you got a Google login, a Google account, anytime people associate that with Gmail, there's more things that go with it. Does that make sense so far? The basics. Now, let's talk about Gmail, because that's probably the most popular element. This is something you can do within your Gmail account, or you can do this inside your Keller Williams email, whichever one is your primary. go ahead and go to your primary account. For me, it's Gmail. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to my Gmail account. So go ahead and get it to where you see a screen that looks like this. And we're talking about some of the elements that are at the bottom of page 3. And we can do a couple of these items together. So normally we do the tell, show, do. Well, I'm going to do a couple of these items together. So what I'm going to look at when I'm in my Gmail account, top right-hand corner, I'll point it out with the laser. Then we'll see a little gear right up here. If I mouse and set on it, it says settings. Right over here as well. Settings. We'll come over here and we'll click on settings. Now when I go over here and I mouse, it says settings, and if I hit it again, I'll see settings again. So basically it's settings and settings. Go ahead and click on that. Bless you. If you're a Gmail user or a Keller Williams email user, go ahead and click on that. Settings. Now, my question to you, is there anybody in here that's fairly new to using Gmail? Like you came from a different system, like maybe an Outlook user? Is everybody kind of sort of new to Gmail? Have you ever lost an email? Has this happened to anybody? Where you can't find your emails? It's like it's not date and time stamped. It's kind of weird how they have it organized. Anybody want to fix that?
Yes.
Because when I first came into Gmail, I couldn't find anything. I would get an email from you. We'd get like 6 or 7 in a row, and then all of a sudden, we pop Trent into that, and I'm like, wait, what? Man, I can't find anything. It's like it's all part of this thread.
That's what happened to me after Outlook for years.
Yeah, Outlook user. I'm an old Outlook user. I'm a high D. I need new emails at the top, date and time stamp. And if it's not there, I'm kind of freaking out. Who's with me? Want to fix that? Okay. Because when I first joined Gmail, I was like, I'm leaving. I can't do this. I'm losing business. And I thought to myself, well, how the heck am I going to find out how to fix this? If you don't know how to do anything in the world, what do? Google it. And I Googled that question, how do I fix this? And then when I saw the video that came up, I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of easy. So it's settings, and on this page that you see right here, about halfway down, it says conversation view is on. Make that say off. Hit save. Go back to your inbox. All of your emails will be date and time stamped. Basically what I'm saying to you is the clouds will part, the angels with trumpets will descend from heaven, and everything is in order, and I'm like, sanity to my life. Right? So this only applies to your laptop view that you're in right now. It does not affect your phone. I think conversation view on your phone is actually a good thing. I think it's a horrible thing on your laptop. That's just me. Now some people like conversation view. That's fine. There's communists everywhere. That's fine.
Do you do this to your desktop as well, or will this?
This is your version that you're using on your laptop. Yes. Save the change.
Mine has always had the time.
The bottom. You got to hit save and then refresh it.
Okay, I went and did what you did,
Yeah.
but mine already looked like this, even though it was set.
If conversation view is already off, then it's already been fixed.
No, it was on.
So turn it off,
I did.
close it out, come back in.
Close
Yeah.
out, log back in.
Yeah, if it's still holding on to that.
Well,
Because all you got to do, mine, when I did it, all I had to do was just go and hit the inbox one more time, and it just resorted
I think
everything.
what's confusing is that it does look the same, except it's separating your
Yeah.
conversation into separate emails.
If there's a conversation view where there's a thread happening, then it's all been separated out.
Right.
oh,
So if you don't have one at the top, then trust me, it'll work.
It works.
It works. Because I found everything. I had designers on my team that were losing emails from clients because they were in conversation view. And I said, hey, do you have conversation view on? And this is the first thing that everybody says. The what?
The what?
And I said, well, turn that off. And I said, what does it do? And I said, just turn it off. And I can hear him on the other end of the phone go, oh. And I was like, oh, okay, got it. Now, here's another element. On this same page, we'll go back to settings. Settings. So we're back here. Here's conversation view. Let's come down a little bit farther. Actually, up a little bit. I'm sorry. They moved it up a little bit. Let's talk about this one. Let me know if you've ever fallen into this situation. Has anybody in this room, by show of hands, sent an email out of anger, and as soon as you hit send, you realize, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably not a good idea.
I do.
Alright. Like you try to reach in virtually through your machine and pull it back, and you're like, oh, it's too late, it's gone. Dang. Alright, then you gotta send the follow-up email. I was just kidding. LOL. Alright. Has anybody ever done this one? You're working with a multi-million-dollar investor, and you say, see attached, and you don't send the attachment. And you look completely moronic. You're like, oh, this is not going to go well, right? And here's the third one. You're griping at your kid's teacher, English teacher, because you feel like she's being unfair to your kid.
Yes.
And in a big long email that you send to the English teacher, as soon as you hit send, you realize there's a huge grammatical error right in the middle of it. You hit send and you look kind of ignorant. I mean ignorant. Have you ever done one of those? Am I the only one? Yeah. Want to fix that? Here we go. On this same page, it says enable undo send. Check the box, and then you can put a 5, 10, 20, or 30-second delay on yourself. It's kind of like having a 7-second delay for cussing on live TV, right? So you can put, some people have a 30-second delay. Is that like a 24-hour delay? Is it like a morning after delay? No, sorry. You're going to have to use your own personal judgment on that. Google's only going to give you 30 seconds on your emails. All right? So you go back to settings, enable, undo, send, choose your time limit, and watch this. Here's what happens. Let's say that I'm going to send an email.
Save it.
Yeah, save your change. I'm going to send an email. I'm going to send it out of anger.
Do it to your wife.
No, I'm doing it to myself just in case. Just in time, right? So there it is. There's my anger email. I hit send. And when I hit send, I've got this box right up here for 10 seconds that says undo. If I click that, it pulls it back. Now you have that up to 30 seconds if you choose for 30 seconds. That just means that your emails are going to be in queue, delayed for 10 seconds in this case, 30 seconds, whatever the case may be.
So it doesn't get delivered to their side and say, it doesn't, there used to be a thing where you would send an email and you would take it back and then it would tell you, they took it back.
Now, this is just like a little delay to pull it back. Yeah. Okay? And something else that I can do on this page, I'm going to let you guys play with this again here in just a second. If I go back to settings, if I scroll down, of course I can go in and I can do my email signature. Now, if I wanted to add in some graphics and some icons and things like that, remember we have Canva. Canva could go out and do it like a little email signature pretty easily. But something else that I can do, and I think all of us should do, and you mentioned it earlier, is in your email signature, put your mobile app URL in there. So all of us could go in and say, download my San Antonio real estate search app, or whatever verbiage that you want. So if I said, well, how do I make that a hyperlink? All I would do is this. Again, you don't have to do it right now. I'll let you play with this here in a second. But I can do this. I can say, download my SA real estate search app. And if I highlight that, I can hyperlink that. And everybody in the room goes, hyperlink? I clicked on it. I don't know how to make them. Hyperlinks have been around ever since Al Gore invented the internet back in the mid-1990s. And everybody goes, well, how do I make one? All I got to do is highlight the text, and then in the toolbar up above, you see the chain link icon. Right here, the chain link icon. And all you're going to do at that point is you're going to hit link, and you're going to copy and paste your web address, what I had you write down earlier for your mobile app URL. http://app.kid.com, blah, 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 blah. You're going to put that in there and you're going to hit OK. And then when you do that, this will become a hyperlink and you can save your changes. Anybody who gets your email signature can then download your mobile app. And you can do the same thing right here for your website. And actually, I'm going to do that for my website. I'll show you the website. Go ahead.
A couple of times you've said local San Antonio search app.
Yeah. It'll actually search the whole United States.
That's what I was trying to ask.
Yeah. Now the only thing about it, when it comes to the mobile search app for the United States, You give me your real estate search app, I'm here in San Antonio, I use it, and I inquire about a property,
I get to leave.
you get the lead. But are you licensed in Destin, Florida?
No.
No. So I go to Destin, Florida as a consumer, I fall in love with Destin, I go tell my wife, oh my gosh, we need to buy a vacation home here. Oh, I've got a real estate app, I got that from the San Antonio agent, and I start opening it up, and I can go out and I can search all of the homes for sale in Destin, Florida. But if I inquire about one of those properties in Destin, Florida, who does that lead go to?
To you?
It should go to you,
And then
but you're not licensed in Destin.
you can keep going around.
So it's gonna go to, right now, it's gonna go to the agent in Destin. If it's a Keller Williams agent who's got the listing, it's going to the Keller Williams agent. If it's a Remax or Century 21 listing, it's gonna go to the nearest office, which there is one in Destin. And everybody goes, well, that's a bunch of bull.
That ties into that referral.
That's my app. I want to be notified. I am completely on board with that. I totally agree. And that's the number one thing they need to fix on the mobile app. And I tell them that every single time. I mean, I'll walk into the meetings and they're like, oh God, here he comes. You know? I mean, they walk the other way. They're like, you know what I'm going to ask you? You guys have that fixed yet? Not yet. We're working on it. I mean, if all you got was a BCC or a CC or some type of just a smoke signal, give me something to let me know that somebody who has my app is using it outside of my MLS. I want to be notified. But right now, we don't have that.
So that's Destin, Florida. What about Dallas, Texas?
Same thing. Are you licensed there?
Yes.
You are licensed.
I'm not a member of the board, but it's Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, but that's Netris. You guys aren't. Netris is Dallas. That's a different MLS.
You're a realtor.
You got to be licensed in not just the state, but also a member of that board.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's the distinction.
Yeah, that's the distinction.
Okay.
So that's why I keep saying your local San Antonio. You know.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
there's no way to link a referral to.
That's a big thing they've got to fix.
It's like even here, we have New Braunfels, and I have MLS access, but I'm not a board member,
Right.
so I should.
So
be able to have that.
so in that case, if you are a member of two different boards, like you pay the dues and things like that, you should have two apps, one for New Braunfels, one for San Antonio.
Well, I'm not a board member, I
But
just
if you
pay
were,
for
yeah.
MLS access, so truly, because I paid for that, I should have it on
You
that.
should. You should have a separate app, two apps.
Two apps?
Yes.
Okay,
So contact, through the app, contact support.
okay.
Now, here's something else all of you should do.
That sucks.
Go in, yeah, it does. I don't like it. And so what I'm gonna tell you is this, all of you go into your app, go to support, and tell them there needs to be some type of referral network. You need to fix this. Because if enough agents gripe about it, they'll fix it. So what I'm telling you is go in and throw your hissy fit. Just make sure you do it in front of the right people, right? Now, don't start your hissy fit off by saying, well, Michael said to go out and do this in class. Because then they're going to go, oh, okay, well, it's just Michael telling them to do it. Even though we're on video, right? Go out and
It's only
do it
our market
yourself.
center, you're
We're going to
okay.
edit this part out, right?
Yeah.
Go out
I'll
and do
edit it, don't worry,
Yeah.
Michael.
There'll be like a big beep come up for like the last, the last 2 minutes, right? Go out and do it yourself. Tell them what you want. They are listening. And if you don't say anything, then to them, everything's good. So if you don't like it, throw a hissy fit. Just do it in front of the right people. Okay? I agree. That needs to get fixed. But in the meantime, I could come over here, highlight my text, hyperlink my text, and it can go to where I want it to go to. Okay? All right. So that is something else I can do within Gmail, within settings. Now, I'll let you guys play around with your signature here in just a bit. I'll show you a couple other things. You have the ability right here within the settings to forward. So many of you have a Keller Williams email. Maybe you don't use your Keller Williams email. I use Gmail. That's my primary. So I've logged into my Keller Williams account, and I went and said forward, and I forward the Keller Williams email to my Gmail. So if anybody emails my Keller Williams account, I get a copy. So I can forward them. I can go out and I can pretty much do anything I need to do to my accounts right here, my settings. Something else that's in here is called labs. And if I go to labs, that is the experimental stuff that Google is working on, all the crazy, cool, weird, wacky things that now happen. You guys get the same emails from different clients on a daily basis, like it's the same thing they're asking for again and again and again? Because if so, within Labs, you can set up automated responses, canned responses, email for the truly lazy. All you gotta do is if you get the same thing, say, yes, I'll be in touch with you with details, thanks so much for contacting. I can just hit one button and then that goes as the responder.
These are awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
I love
these are, you can save a tremendous amount of time. Many of you manage multiple inboxes. Maybe some of you own a staging company, or maybe you're a part owner of a roofing company and a real estate agent. Now instead of having to jump in and out of different Gmail accounts, you can have one account with the different inboxes. You can send a reply from different companies.
I use this all the time. If you find yourself writing kind of the same email, well, first, okay, give me this information, and then give me this, and by the way, are you approved for a loan? You know, if you find yourself writing something like that, just have that email already formed. You hit push, it puts there, and then you tweak like the date and their name and hit send.
Yeah.
And
You can actually set that type of information up on your phone. So, not through Gmail, but actually on my phone, through my iPhone settings, I have canned responses. So if somebody inquires about our design services, with a couple keystrokes, I send a response. Somebody signs up for my newsletter, a couple keystrokes, sends a response. You know, interested in a real estate career, send a response. So the things that you say over and over and over again, automate that. Automate it, make it easy.
If you're managing it all through there, does it keep the email addresses?
Yeah, so like if I have, let's say I have one inbox and I got 3 different businesses, I can say I'm sending this as the stager, the roofing company, or the real estate agent. Like you can,
Keep that,
yes,
keep the integrity.
that's right. Yeah. So it's pretty awesome. Huge time saver. Tons of different things that Google is going to provide to you. Something else that you guys can do. This is just kind of weird and wacky, but it's been there for years. Bottom left-hand corner of my screen, you see right down here, it says phone calls. I can make a phone call from my email, from my Gmail account. So I can get a voice over IP phone call going out from Gmail. So get a headset, hit phone call. I can call people. I can call anybody in the United States, Canada, and Mexico for free. If I cross water, if I cross the ponds, then basically it's the same fee, similar fee as Skype. A lot of companies hate Google because Google will come in and do the same thing, but better, or in many cases cheaper. They're kind of like Newman from Seinfeld. They just come in and wreck everything. It's like, go! I mean, they just destroy it all. So Skype hates Google. AT&T and all the cable companies hate Google, internet providers, because Google has what's called Google Fiber. I don't know if we have it here in San Antonio. Not yet, but it's coming. It's in the area, okay. Because I know that when I was doing a class in North Carolina down in the Triangle, which is like Durham and Raleigh and all that stuff, they had just gotten it, and it seemed like every 5th commercial was touting Google Fiber's coming. And what it is, it's basically 1,000 times faster internet than what you have right now for a fraction of the cost. You want it. It's amazing. But all these other data providers are just like, oh, Google, you're freaking killing us. I mean, faster and huge reduction in cost for you. So a lot of really cool things that you guys can do. Now, let's talk about something else. This is all part of Gmail as well. I am in the Chrome browser. Many of you probably have Chrome as one of your internet search browsers on your machine. I know it's hard to see it because of the podiums, but the bottom of my machine, I have a Mac, I have Safari, I have Firefox, and I have Chrome. And everybody says, well, which browser should I use? And it kind of depends. Certain programs work better in other browsers. We saw earlier, HomeKeeper was having some issues with Chrome. All right. So it's always good to have multiples. And everybody says, well, which one should I get? Here's what I always tell everybody: if you want it super fast, it's Chrome. If you want it pretty stable, it's Firefox. If you wear Birkenstocks and need granola bars, it's Safari. And then if you don't want it to work at all, it's Internet Explorer. Unless you have to go into your MLS, because every MLS has made a deal with the devil, I mean Microsoft, that it only seems to work in Explorer or Edge. Right? So if you download Chrome, one of the things that you guys can do within Chrome is you can add Chrome extensions. And some of the extensions that you can do are pretty awesome.
Can I tell you the best one?
Go ahead. Can
It's-
you tell that Devin's been in a lot of my classes? That's good. Even the vendors are applying all the stuff that
I do so much that Michael does. We just found out one thing you always tout that it's gone. I love that the company's not out of business, but anyways. So if you want to like prank somebody in the office, if somebody's computer's up, you type in NCage extension, and any picture, and then you just do that. And you turn it on their computer, and you walk away. It takes like 30 seconds. Then anytime they pull up their computer, every picture that pops up is Nicolas Cage. Just do it. I mean, it's funny.
Say it again so they have it.
You know, but it's just like their Facebook profiles him like going.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Just,
Now, one of the things that I've got right here in Chrome is I have this extension, and I'm going to show you how you guys can download it if you want it. But right here, you can see like a little boomerang with Google colors on it. And what boomerang is, instead of having a send button, I have a send later button. Right? So let's say that it's Friday, 4:45 p.m., 80 degrees and sunny outside. The last thing everybody's thinking about is work. Then I've got to send this email to somebody. If I send it on a Friday at 4:40, they're not checking it. So I'm going to boomerang that. I'm going to say send later. I'm going to say send Monday morning at 9:15 a.m. Maybe I need to send this to my closer, but she's told me, you know what, I'm going to be in closings all the way up until 4 o'clock. I'm not going to be checking email until 4. Okay, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to boomerang this. I'm going to say hit your inbox at 4:05 today. I'm a night owl. It's 2:30 a.m. I don't want my clients to realize I'm a weirdo, stand up at all night, all hours of the night. I want to boomerang this and hit their inbox at 9 a.m. So I can go out and do that. And everybody says, well, how in the heck do I find this? All you have to do, number one, I have it on my website. So you can go to the Google page and find it over here on my website. Services, sites for your business, Google sites. Or you can just go out to Chrome. Here's Boomerang right here. Or you can just go out to Chrome and do a search for Boomerang. And then you can add this to your Gmail account. Now something else that you can add is called Folio. Folio. Folio is a Chrome extension. It is free. And Folio is built for real estate. Is there anybody in this room using Folio right now? Has anybody ever heard of it? But you're not using it, just kind of heard of it? Okay. So what it does is this. Folio will read all of your emails, which by the way, Google's reading all that anyway, so don't think that you have a privacy issue. You do have a privacy issue. Okay? You don't have privacy. Yeah. Because they're reading your emails already. And they're reading the content. But what Folio will do is you will add this to Chrome. You will get this little icon in your toolbar, just right up there, that little kind of greenish white icon. And then what will happen is, the very first time you do it, if you have thousands of emails in your inbox, it'll take Folio a while to kind of read it and sort it. But what it's looking for is it's looking for commonality. And let's say that it found 2412 Mockingbird, which is actually one of your listings. It will then, on the left-hand side, create a folder labeled 2412 Mockingbird, and it will put all the emails associated to that transaction in that folder, and then it'll say, hey, we saw Trent in those emails a lot. Is he your the listing agent? Is he the buyer? What's his role? And then you can assign his role, and he'll be in that folder as well. And then if they found a closer, maybe an inspector, anything else associated to that, those emails that mentioned that property address will be added to that folder as well. Basically what I'm telling you is it becomes your virtual assistant, which is pretty awesome, and it's completely free.
And you have to add that extension to every desktop computer you have?
It would be in Chrome for whatever machines that you use. Yeah. Now if you try to use this in Firefox, it's not going to work. It's only Chrome, right? And it's the devices, right? So another thing that it'll do is it will start to give a timeline. 21 days to closing. It'll tell everybody in this transaction that we got 21 days, 10 days, 5 days to closing. It'll start to give a timeline, a heads up to your clients. Agents that have used this have said their clients come back and go, oh, I love your assistant. She is so good. She's telling me all the time. It's Google doing it. They don't realize it's not a person. It's the system doing it.
My concern about this is I use Outlook.
Right.
So if I set this up,
It's not gonna work in Outlook. It's only gonna be for
so
Gmail.
I'll be able to see it when I go to Gmail through Chrome. And I set it up like that. But my question is, does it actually, does it just label it?
So-
Or does it actually physically move it someplace I won't be able to get
So
to it later?
when you're in Chrome and you're in the Gmail environment, it will be moved into the folders. But if you're checking it somewhere else, it'll just be a normal list.
Okay.
But what's really, I mean, in the very beginning, it's gonna go and look for commonality. But then you have the ability to go out and add new folders. So let's say that you have a new listing coming up and it's gonna be at,
123 Main Street.
123 Main Street or whatever, create a new folder, and you can go out and do that. And so Folio will work on mobile devices as well. You go out and search, so it'll tell you right here. They don't have a mobile app, but it does sync with your Gmail and Google Calendar, so all your smart folders will show up. So it's not a separate mobile app, but it does show you in the mobile environment the folders that you created. Okay?
What about your mobile, well, you mentioned on your desktops, is it the same thing? 'Cause most of the time, I use Gmail actually for my mobile device rather than.
Yes, that's what I was just saying. So it'll go out and it won't have a mobile app, but you'll be able to see the same folders on your mobile device.
So when you send it, it will just recognize it's that.
That's right.
Yeah, it's alternating.
It's pretty slick.
So right here, the folio thing is now syncing, so the
Yeah.
folders would be under that folio.
That's right. Yeah, we borrow this for a second. I'll walk around to show him. So he's installing it. Two things to see on his screen right up here. He's got the folio icon up here. It's hard to see, but it's that white and green icon. And then over on the left-hand side, he's got a folder that's spinning right now. And that's Folio going in and starting to sync up the folders, and it's looking for the commonality, and it's adding it over on the left.
Yeah, 'cause right now, I mean, I have my own personal website, so I think it's my personal website. It looks like scott@scottjroper.com, but it's really sending a message to my Gmail
Well, this
and top it into at the same time, so it'll.
Yeah, this is basically organizing all the emails that come into your Gmail account and putting them into smart folders is what they call it for your different products.
Even spams and all that other stuff though.
Well, they're looking for addresses. So whenever you guys are doing an email for anything dealing with the property, include that address in the subject line or in the body. It's not going to take spam and drop it in there unless for whatever reason it found that address in there as well. Okay? It's pretty cool. And you can always try it, and if it's not for you, you can remove it. So when you add an extension, you can take an extension away. It's just something you don't want to do. But if you go out to the Chrome store, and you just go out to Google within Chrome, and you say Chrome extensions, you will be able to see all the different elements that they provide to you. So some of them are free, most of them are free. Some of them are premiums, where you got free stuff, then you have to pay for some other stuff. But you have all these different items that you guys can do. Folio is in here, Boomerang is in here. Those are different elements that you guys can use. It's going to be our first workshop. It is 109. I want you guys to look at your signature, maybe add your mobile app in there, maybe add your website address in there. Check out Folio within the Chrome environment. Check out Boomerang. Check out some of the other extensions. Maybe you find something else that you like. The thing, Google Photos, what it will do, number one, it's an app, and it's free. And you download it. If you're an iPhone user, you download it from the Apple Store. Androids, you go to your Google Play. The app itself is going to have this icon to it. It's going to have Google Colors. It's going to have this icon to it. You take your photos like you normally take a photo on your phone. What will happen is it will make a copy of every photo that you take from your phone and store it in Google Photos. And everybody goes, wait, time out. Every photo? Yes, every photo, even those photos you've been taking. You know what I'm talking, and those videos, a copy goes to Google Photos. And everybody goes, oh, I don't want everybody seeing that. It's private to you and to Google. Right? I mean, it's not quote unquote public until you decide to make it public. But what will happen is this. It will free up space on your phone. How many of you have ever gotten a message before, oh, you need to get more storage space, you're running out of space on your phone? Well, what will happen is you can back up all your photos stored in Google Photos. You have unlimited access within their cloud. And then you can create albums for your adventures to the Virgin Islands or for your clients. My dad's been an agent since 1985. He's been with KW since 1993. The lady who invited him to join Keller Williams years ago and become an investor in the Edmond, Oklahoma office was Mo Anderson. So he joined Market Center number 19. He's known Mo since the mid-'80s. He's an investor in Edmond, which is like the best investment he's ever made, because that office has never had a losing month whatsoever. One month they made a 26-cent profit, but by gosh, they're going to make a profit. Mo's office, right? So what he has learned, I mean, old dogs in real estate can still learn new tricks. Something he's been doing for years is kids who are out with the families looking at the houses, he's always gotten them involved. If they're younger, he's letting them do the super key, because they like to fidget and mess around with all that other type of stuff. And then when it's time to announce that we're walking in the house and you yell out realtor, he's letting the kids do that. So he'll step back and the kids are like, realtor, right? Well, what he's doing now is he's taking photos of all that. He's taking videos of all that. He's stepping back and just kind of getting shots here and there. If they're walking through a new home construction and they think that this might be the model home that they're going to buy, he's taking photos of the family doing that. He's taking photos of them at the closing table, getting all excited, getting their keys. He's taking photos of this life moment. And then with Google Photos, in a matter of minutes, he's creating albums that he can share with them. Now, the app itself on your phone is much more powerful than what you can do on your laptop. Because when you open up the app on your phone, one of the things you can create on that phone is a movie. You can't create a movie from the laptop. But the biggest problem with all of us taking photos on our phone is we take the photos and then we all in our mind go, well, now what? Oh, I gotta move all that stuff over here and I gotta put it all together. On top of that, I don't know how to do that. I'm sure it's gonna cost me a lot of money. I'm not gonna jack with that. So what'll happen is this. How many of you in this room have ever had the idea of, hey, I'm going to take a bunch of photos and videos of a neighborhood that I'm going to market to, and I'm going to put together like a little neighborhood video packet or slideshow. Who's ever had that idea? Who's taking the photos? Who's taking the step of taking the photos? Yeah, look at all the hands go down, like one person, right? Have you done anything with it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like now what, right? Here's what. Let me show you. Watch this part, then you guys can play with this here in just a bit. So I'm going to go out to Google Photos on my laptop, which, like I said earlier, I've actually got it pulled up right here. It's much more powerful on your laptop, because on your laptop, on your phone, you can go in and you can start to put together all the different elements that you want to. So here's what we did for Mother's Day. We went to Butt's Cantina. Butt's Cantina is a bar in Dallas, downtown Dallas, that is also a dog park. So we took our dog, we had a little picnic, there's our dog, Blue, he's a white boxer with blue eye. And so we went out, we took a bunch of photographs. You hang out, have some nice drinks, chill out, watch all the dogs, sit in the shade, have some fun, have a good time, right? So take all your photos, you can put that together in a slideshow. Here's some stuff that I've done for Keller Williams. Here's my son at a basketball tournament and all the things that we need to do and show and understand how to market that. So here's all the life and all the business and everything else. You can see we spend a lot of time in basketball gyms, right? But here's everything else that we do. Now, here's all the individual pieces. What you start to get is this. You get the ability to create albums. And so here's some of the albums that I've put together. And you mentioned St. John. Well, a couple years ago, we went to St. John. Here's all the photos. Now here's the creepy part of Google Photos. If you have your GPS on your phone, it's tracking. So here we are leaving our house and going to the airport. Airport to Virgin Islands, taking the ferry over to St. John. And here's the cool thing about all of what you see right here. I didn't put any of this together. Inside of Google Photos, they have what is known as the assistant. You will take photos, you will go to sleep, you will wake up the next morning, and it's like the Keebler elves finished the cookies and just came over and started working on your photos, right? First time you did that, you're like,
It
kind of,
freaks you out.
it kind of freaks you out. You're like, what the heck? But then when you come over, it's Google going, hey, we put this together. Did you like this? Did you like the volleyball celebration and the basketball and all the stuff that you guys did this weekend? They just put it all together. Want a Mother's Day movie? We'll make one for you. Get started. I mean, here's other ones that they've put together that I haven't saved yet. They just offered it to me and said, hey, did you like this one? Did you like that one? What'd you think about that? I didn't put any of this together. They did it all. And it's awesome. And so the Virgin Island one that I was showing you, that was one they put together. I didn't do it. If I come back over here to the albums, all I did is I put the title and the photo descriptions on there. I was literally done in 4 minutes. I then come over, once I'm all done, here's all the photos of our trip and everything else that we've done to St. John for our 20th wedding anniversary. When I'm done, I hit this where it says share. I get a link, I share it to my wife, I put it out on Facebook, I put it out on Twitter, whatever, and she's like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. You must have spent hours working on this. I'm like, yes, I did. I am the best husband ever. I spent 5 hours working on that. I hope you enjoy it. I was done in 4 minutes. We can strike that from the video too, right? Yeah. So go in and use this for your personal life. Use this for your business life. Create some type of movie, some type of animation, some type of photo album for your neighborhoods, for your clients. If you give this to your client, you give them a photo album of their home purchase, you're the best agent ever. And it didn't cost you a dime.
The other cool thing that you can do is if you actually become friends with your clients and you like hang out with them on a semi-regular basis and you take pictures together, you can do facial recognition for it, and then like on their birthday or anniversary or something, you can have it create a GIF and do that as their birthday message.
Yeah.
And people love that.
Yeah, like right here. Here's a shared album. This is the Princicabras. This is my daddy-daughter group that we get together. And everybody goes, Princicabras. We're half princess and half chupacabra. We're fierce but fabulous. That's our slogan, right? And so here's all the photos that I take. You can see my name's on it, but then here's some of the other dads. They've taken their photos. So this is a shared album of all the dads taking photos of all the girls on our trip.
Wow.
So it's life experience that we're never going to forget, right? Here's the raccoon sneaking out and grabbing a slice of pizza here in just a bit that we threw over the edge. So here's all the different cool things that we have in there. There's a raccoon hanging out in the background. But I can come over, and they have new things in here as well. They now have photo books, and I can create a photo book. Now, those are going to cost money, but it's still, in many cases, cheaper and easier than anywhere else that I can create those photo books. You can do that for your clients. I have collages that I can put together. I've got animations that I can put in here. I've got movies. And you were mentioning earlier facial recognition. Well, here's, again, the creepy, awesome weirdness all at the same time. Here's facial recognition. They've gone out and recognized all these people in my photos and my videos. And this is my son, and they go, oh, so who's this guy? I haven't told him. But I can say, that's Jake. And here's every photo and every video that incorporates Jake. Now, some of these videos, like Jake is in this video, right there. But some of these videos, what is weird and creepy at the same time is they will watch these 3-minute long videos, and they'll see my son in a certain part of the video, and when they put it together with something else, because it's facial recognition, they cut it down to like 10 seconds of Jake when he's prominent in the video. Even though I'm filming the whole game, they'll cut it down to 10 seconds of Jake. It's like they see him running up and down the court. It's weird, right?
I have a question. Can you compare and contrast this, if you know, with iPhoto that's on Mac computers and stuff?
Right.
Because here's why I say that. I downloaded this when it first came out on my desktop computer.
Yeah.
And it was syncing up all my photos from iPhoto.
Yes.
Or from That's All Photos.
Right.
And it goes back a long, long time, and it really ground things to a halt on my computer with working because it was uploading these photos for so long.
I think in the beginning, though. Because it'll take a long time in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then after it catches up, I've never had any issues at that point. From a speed.
But the programs themselves, if you know, compare and contrast the differences in photos for Apple and this.
The way I see it, and the way and you can tag onto this as
Google
well.
trumps it.
Yeah.
I can't put
Google
it
Photos
in.
is way better.
Because iPhotos is more storage than anything else,
Yeah.
whereas this is the actual creation. Because I can come over here and I can hit the plus sign and I can say, do I want to do an album, shared album, animation, collage, or photo book? And if I have this on my phone, then I have the ability to do a movie. So I went to Keller Williams Family Reunion, New Orleans a couple years ago, and let's find the right one.
Oh, you just passed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the movie. I did a movie though. Let me go over to the movie section. And we landed, and I did this movie while we taxied to the gates, and I was done. Like I chose them all, boom, 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 boom. Put it to a movie, give me some music, and by the time our plane landed and taxied to the gate, it was done. I'm like, oh, that's easy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
My husband's grandmother just passed away. So usually when somebody passes away, you're all trying to like go crazy trying to find photos. Oh my gosh, this is such a time saver.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done that as well.
Yeah.
Like here's one we did for Memorial Day a couple years ago. They have like the 8mm old school film. You can put that to it. And the music that you're hearing, that's provided to you by Google, right? So if it's Google music, then you can go out and you can share that anywhere you want to share it. But if it's music that you're adding to it, like we went to Guns N' Roses Las Vegas when they first came back, Axl and Slash together. We went to that show, good show by the way. And I added this for my phone. I can't share this on Facebook because it's copyrighted music. But I sent this to all my buddies that was with me at the concert. Like, oh man, this is awesome. How'd you do that? I'm like, I can't tell you, it's a secret. I mean, you can go in and put all your stuff together the way you want, bless you. And so here's a Mother's Day thing that we put together. Here's another run that we did with the grandparents and my daughter. Here's my daughter playing drums at School of Rock. I'm not playing that song, but you can see though that we have the ability to put copyrighted music on there and put your own music on there. It's whatever you want. So you have the ability to do business items. Here's something about the one thing that we put together. So a lot of different features that you guys can do. My daughter, again, School of Rock, downtown Dallas. You've got her music playing in the background. I was just kind of goofing around with this, and we put Google Music on top of it, but I can clear that back up. Just sort of getting the dirty look, like put it on me, right? But you can go in and do some really cool things for your business, for your family, and everybody else. And it's movies, it's albums, it's anything you want. And it'll date timestamp a lot of this information, like our trip to Cancun. We have all that in there. Here's where we were, here's when we were there, here's the photos, here's everything else that we put together, photos, movies. It's your life, and it's your client's life. And you can put it in there and create something really meaningful in seconds. Now you were asking about the photos and the videos from your phone. Well, look right here. What's that?
I was labeling people in the album.
There you go. One of the other things you can do too is you can upload here. So many of you say, like you were talking earlier about a relative that passed away. Maybe I don't have those photos on my phone, but I got them on a laptop or they're in Dropbox or stored somewhere. I can hit upload photos and I can upload those into this back office and put together a slideshow. Maybe I want to do something for a past client. There you go.
My concern is that I'll lose high fidelity. Because they shrink them down,
So-
I'm gonna lose my original.
Your original will still be on your phone if you want it to be on your phone. It's making a copy. You get two options. You get an option that says, do you want the highest resolution possible in Google Photos? You have to pay for that feature. Or do you want to use the free version, which what you're seeing up here, this is the free version. So all these elements that I'm seeing right here, this is the free version of the photo, which in my opinion, I think the resolution on that's still pretty good.
Absolutely.
So I go the free route.
I think, we pay like $10, we get a 1,000 gigs.
Yeah, it's like you will never, if you run out of space on that, then you're taking way too many
Yeah,
photos.
so we have 568 gigs of photos, but it's all the photos my whole life. So
Yeah.
it's like, somebody's like, oh, remember this? I'm like, oh yeah, 8 years ago, let me show you my phone.
Yeah, let me show you that photo of my guy today. I'm like, what? How'd you know that? That's crazy.
So is it safe to, like, I wanna do what he was just talking about, I have iBook on my desktop at home, and there's years and years of photos that are just bogging my computer down. So if I upload them to here, is it safe to throw those away?
Yeah.
Like, trash them?
Yeah. Wait until they completely upload
Yeah.
into Google Photos,
Yeah.
right? Because if it's if it's a ton of data, it will take some time for it to upload the first time. But once you're able to confirm, hey, all my photos are there, then yes, I can remove them from the other location.
Even if they're not as high resolution?
Yeah. Yeah, you can scan photos into this as well if you want to do like some old school ones, or just take photos of your phone.
Yeah, actually, I did a lot of
Yeah,
that,
just
just
like
like
take a photo of
preserve.
an old photo of your
preserve the
family or
photos,
whatever,
yeah.
then yeah.
So is the app Google Drive?
The app is Google Photos,
Google Photos.
yes.
And Google also, like you're saying, they made an app for the scanning
Yeah.
of the old pictures.
Yeah, there's a Google Scan app, that's a separate one, but you can do that, and it'll scan it and kind of create a higher resolution of that.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's insane what they're doing, right? So they'll do facial recognition, they'll do, hey, these are the places you've been, and these are the things that you've seen. So here's all the different things that I've seen that Google has tracked. So here's all the different beaches that we've been to. My wife likes to go to beaches, so we go to beaches, right? So lots of beach photos. But it's seeing everything, not just the people, but the stuff that you see and where you're seeing it.
Is it possible for this to ever crash, for it to ever be hacked and?
Of course.
And you
But as
use
somebody said in
everything-
class, if Google ever goes, I'm putting all my stuff in Google, because if Google ever goes down, that's pretty much gonna be the end of the world anyways. Right? It's Walking Dead zombie apocalypse mixed up, right? I mean, if Google goes down, it's over. It's over. And I was like, that's a good point.
They'll be the first ones to fix it.
Yeah, I mean, they'll have the resources to fix anything that happens. Okay? Make sense? Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let you guys play around with Google Photos. You can download the app on your phone. Remember, it's an app that looks like this. If you've already got it, go out and kind of play around with it. Put something together with the photos that you have for your neighborhood, maybe a past client, anything like that that you want to promote, maybe use as a promo piece for you or the areas that you service. Okay? Even like you went to a Spurs game. You got a bunch of photos from that, a bunch of videos from that, put that together. Put that out on Facebook. Hey, we're down 0-2, but it's not over yet. Let's go Spurs, that type of stuff. You put it out on Facebook. So how many of you downloaded it for the very first time? I'm just out of curiosity. Okay, good.
Still downloading my picture.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. If you got a lot of photos, it will take some time to chew through all those. So just know, it may take a couple hours or so. Now, let's talk about something that is going to change your business for the better. It's at the bottom of page 5. And I'm going to give you something else that's going to change your business for the better. Everything I'm getting ready to tell you on how to set this up is in a video. Is that okay with you? Yeah, I figured that. I actually did the video yesterday while I was sitting at the hotel. I just got a moment of inspiration. I got some time to do it. We sat down and did it. So know this, if you go out to youtube.com/Michael Tritthart training. Actually, I'm sorry, just Michael Tritthart. youtube.com/Michael Tritthart. I've got Google My Business Create Your Page out there. It's a video that I put together for you. It's also on KW Connect. So if you just did a search for me on KW Connect, you'll find that video. The video is 16 minutes long. It'll walk you through exactly what I'm getting ready to show you how to do. One of the reasons why I created the video, we used to be able to do this in class, but Google now has an extra level of security. If all of you at once try to do it from the same IP address, Google freaks out and suspends all of you. It's like you just got selected for a second round of TSA pat-downs at the airport, right? So that's why I don't want you guys to do this in class. Do this part later. Sit back, listen, watch the screen, ask questions, but do it later. Use that video as a resource. Google My Business is something that you need to set up. If you look in your handout, the bottom of page 5 right there, it says only 32%. Only 32% of the businesses in the United States have done this. Do it. And once you understand how to do it, then do it for all the businesses in your area and all your clients. Because they're going to think you're the greatest thing ever. My AC unit at my house went out 2 months ago. Our home warranty, shall remain nameless, they not very good. They weren't going to cover it. It's the original HVAC unit upstairs. Just like you guys know in San Antonio, you got to have AC. Well, Dallas, we got to have AC as well. Upstairs unit's out, it's getting pretty warm. It's already February and it's getting pretty warm. We go out and we get bids. They're coming back $7,000 all the way up to $12,000. I'm like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to spend $10,000, $12,000 on a new unit. We keep hearing from these people going, hey, you need to use so-and-so, tailor-made AC unit. He's a good guy, he's a young guy, he's a go-getter, he's a straight shooter, blah, blah, blah. Positive reports. He comes out, gives us a bid. His bid comes in at $7,200. And I'm like, ugh. We start talking to him, and I realize this is probably going to be the guy. He's pretty sharp. I go back to Google just to review him one more time, and I realize he doesn't have a Google My Business page. Ding, ding, ding. Comes back out. Start talking to him, tell him what I do. I said, oh yeah, by the way, I can set up a Google My Business page for you. I can do that for you. If you can take that $7,200 and knock it down to $6,000, I'll do this for you. And he goes, you know what? I've been meaning to do that. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal. Let's do it. And I go, I should have said $5,000. That was too easy. I mean, like within 3 seconds, I saved myself $1,200 because I knew how to do this. So what I'm getting ready to show you, you're going to do for your business. But then if your favorite restaurant doesn't have a page set up, do it. If your best vendor on your vendor list that you have on HomeKeeper doesn't have it set up, do it. Because if you do this for them, it will put money into their pocket. This is what I was telling you earlier, that an agent in Atlanta earns over $50,000 extra a year by having this page set up. What it does is it does this. It puts you on the map. And everybody goes, well, is that a big thing? Yeah, that's a big thing. Let me ask you, has anybody in this room ever made a small life decision such as what are we going to eat for dinner by going out to the map and saying find restaurants near me?
Yep.
Right? And then we come over here and we do this, we look at this list. Oh, they got a 4.2 and they're close? Sounds good, let's go there. Who's ever done that? Guess what? Here's what your clients are doing. They have no loyalty to you, by the way. Just know that. Find a realtor near me.
Hey, KW.
2.7? I'm not going there. 4.3? I'm going there. Click. Check this all out. Oh, there's the reviews. Like it, like it, like it, like it. Looking good, looking good. Don't like that one.
Oh man. You win some, you lose some. You can't delete them off Google, unfortunately. I've tried, trust me.
But that's, I got a 4.3. That's 1 out of 20 something. That's probably pretty good. So we contact them. This is the page that you get when you set up Google My Business. You also get this. It depends on which browser that you are in. But if I get rid of all this, let's close this out. Back over here to Google. Just Google itself. And I go to search about working with Michael Tritthart. Then in Chrome and in Firefox, I start getting this block over here as well. This will show up. It's a free page. Who wants a free page from Google? Who wants a free page from Google that has a backlink to your website? Who wants a free page from Google that has a backlink and the ability for clients to write a review about you? Who wants to make more money for free?
Oh, me.
Yeah, there you go. This is it. So in that video that's on my YouTube channel, what I'm getting ready to show you, it's all in the video. Don't do it right now, because if everybody starts to do it, you'll start getting suspended, and you have to go through like an extra round of questions with Google. It just makes it a hassle. So here we go. If I don't know how to do anything in the world,
Google.
Google. So I type in Google My Business. I make sure that I'm logged into my Google account. And I come over here and it says, get your free business listing. Okay, sounds like a good idea. Now, if I've been here before, I've done this, I know that I've done this. I have a pin on the map, then I hit sign in. If I've never been here before in my life, green means go. Who knows for a fact they do not have a pin on the map? So you guys would be hitting the green button. Everybody else, think you might have it, you hit sign in. But I go to start now. Let's say that I need to go in and set this up for my business. Well, I'm going to type in my business name. It could be my name, it could be Tritthart Group, Team Tritthart, whatever your marketable name is. And then if I'm going to do it here for this office, what's the official title? Keller Williams Heritage?
Yes.
Keller Williams Realty Heritage. Okay? Don't go in and claim the office name as you. You cannot say you are Keller Williams Heritage. I've seen some agents do that. I don't think they did it on purpose, but either way, don't do that because that's out of culture. All the phone calls start coming to you for the office. It's not good. It's good for you until you get caught, right? Put your name on there first. Put your business name on there first. Then it's going to ask you for the business address, and everybody says, well, wait a minute. What business address can I put on here? Can I put a P.O. box on here? No. Well, actually, technically, office from the house. Can I put my home address on there? Yes. But you're drawing a map for the whole world to come visit you as your home address. Ooh, I may not want to do that. Let me go ahead and put the office address. Well, what if everybody does it? Well, first off, everybody's not here. And those that are doing it, we're going to apply the 80-20 rule. 20% of you are actually going to go out and do it. And of those, I don't care about anybody else, but I care about my 1%. I'm going to do mine. That's all I'm going to worry about. Just take care of your own, and you're good. You put in the office address. You put in the phone number you want them to call you on. You put in the website address you want them to see. And then right here where it says category, you are a real estate agent. Do I deliver goods and services? Am I a pizza delivery service? No. So you leave that as a no. And then you're going to hit continue. Now it may ask you, hey, we found Keller Williams Heritage. Basically, we found the office listing. Is that you? No. You just say no, and then they continue with setting you up like this on this page. It's going to go through a whole setup process. Yes, yes, next, next, continue, that type of stuff. One of the things that they're going to give you is they're going to give you the ability to set up a Google Plus business page. And everybody goes, ooh, I don't want that. Well, you're going to get it. Well, I don't want Google Plus.
No, you
get it. You're going to freaking like it. I mean, they're going to jam it down your throat. You're going to get it. And it's actually beneficial for your business. I'll explain why when I show you. But you're going to go through this whole process, and then they're going to get to a screen that says, okay, you're ready to go. We are going to mail a postcard to the address and to the business name listed here. And if you've got your name set and you got the address at this office set, a postcard is going to get delivered here. There's this card right there. Can I borrow it? Okay, just in the box today. Haven't even opened it. No, look at that. And so that's what it looks like. It says Google My Business, and it says David's name, comma, realtor, Keller Williams Heritage. He's got it set the right way. And when he opens this up, everybody's like, open it up, what's in it? No. When he opens it up, there's 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. And he follows those steps, which, by the way, you need to do that fairly quickly because there's a time-sensitive delay on this. It expires, I think, in like 30 days after receipt. And so what will happen is you go in, you do those 3 steps. He then is verified. He's green checked, which means his PIN is showing up on the map, and people can go out and start to write reviews for him. Yes, sir.
Are they no longer doing the phone calls? Is it only
They tried to do the phone calls, and that was kind of like a beta, and it was kind of wonky.
They did it for a lot of years, though.
They did, but I've had a lot of people who had difficulty with the phone calls. It wasn't working right. You may still get that option. Not everybody gets that option. They'll pop it up for some people. You could do that, but almost everybody gets this. Can I borrow that for a second? So you can see right here, now that he's opened it up, he's got 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, there's this code, plug this in on the third step, you're verified. They make it simple. Okay? Thank you. Now, once your postcard is en route, you haven't even received it yet. David hadn't received it yet, it's still on the way. Google will allow you to go into the back office of Google My Business and start to set it up. Add photos, add your hours that you work, your phone number, your contact info, add all that information. It's not verified until you do the 3 steps. Once you get the postcard mailed out to you, Google will take you into the back office. Here's what the back office looks like. So those that already have their PIN set up, how do I get into the back office? I just hit sign in. And once I hit sign in, there's my back office. Notice there's a green check right here that says verified, which means I'm legit. Once David does his 3 steps, he's got the same thing. When you hit edit, you have the ability to go in and edit your info. Make sure everything is set up and set up the right way. Now, hours that you work, everybody goes, really? Is there not like just a 24-hour, 24/7 flashing sign that says open, right, as a real estate agent? You need to go in, you need to mirror the office hours here. Because maybe the office closed, what time is the office closed today? 6, but you say I'm here till 7. Somebody's going to show up at 6:45, and if they can't get in, guess whose fault that is? It's your fault. Guess who's getting a bad review? You. Mirror the office hours. Put in your photos.
Michael,
Yes.
so for address, do I have to put this office?
You don't have to, but you have to put an address where mail is being delivered for your business.
Okay.
So if it's your home address, you can do that. That's up to you.
UPS mailbox?
No, it's got to be no PO box. No, it's got to be
UPS store?
no UPS store. It's got to be a brick and mortar, basically.
I have
Yes.
questions.
Go ahead.
We had a satellite office that I worked at for a while, and I had my Google business there,
Okay.
and that office, satellite office closed, and I came here, but I never moved my Google pin. So I'm still pinned at that shopping center.
Okay.
I still get calls when people are looking at a house and say, find a realtor close by.
Right.
And I get calls on that. Am I in any jeopardy of any trouble because I'm not actually in that shopping center anymore? There's no storefront for the brokerage.
Whoever created that should update that record to reflect. Was that you? Okay, so you probably need to update the record to reflect that that business has moved. And that would, you would do that.
So my, yeah, the bigger part of my question was, does longevity at an address add Google juice to your being ranked?
Yes.
So that might.
So, I mean, so yeah, but you're kind of not in culture with Google. You're kind of skirting it a little bit. And everybody says, well, how does my pin show up and somebody else doesn't show up? Number one, Google will never tell you the exact reasons why, because if they did, then everybody would try to do it, right? So just know that the first person there, you win. Like who walked on the moon first? Neil Armstrong. Who was 7th? Yeah, exactly. Right? First person wins, and also the most active person wins. Some people set this up and then never touch it again. Go in and add photos and add content and add. I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a bit.
I apologize if I missed this. So on business name, do I need to put Keller Williams Heritage rather than?
Your name first,
Yeah.
or your business name first,
Like the
comma,
business name, that kind of
right,
thing.
comma, and then Keller Williams Realty Heritage.
Thank you.
Yeah. You need to identify that you are with this brokerage.
So if you search the map right now, it says Team Infinity Real Estate Group.
For this address?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were.
One of the first ones, or maybe they're one of the more active ones. Yes.
Do you recommend we put our cell phone number there? Because, you know, a lot of people didn't
So that's,
searching.
yeah, that's the fun part is, my number, what number should I use? Some people do not like to put their cell phone number out there because then creepers and weirdos have my cell phone number. So if you have a direct line here at the office that can then tie into your cell phone, you can. And you put in, you put in whatever information you are comfortable with.
A burner.
Okay. Now when I come down here to add photos at the very bottom, when I hit add photos, this is going to give me the ability to add photos. These are photos that I have added myself. photos I put in there, photos that customers have put in, interior photos, exterior photos, at work, and then team photos. So again, that's the same thing you guys are going to be doing. Now these can also be photos of the areas that you service, the type of houses that you would typically see in the San Antonio area, things like that. Content, content, content. Google loves it. The more that you give to Google, the more they're going to love your business. If I come back down this page, once I get verified, once David plugs in his green check, or he gets his green check, then all this other stuff right here becomes active. You start to get the insights. It tells you in the last 30 days how many people have searched it, viewed it, taken action on your page.
Where's that?
That's all the back office of Google My Business. Here's how many reviews that I've received. So I have one unresponded review right now. I need to go back and respond to that. We're going to talk about how you guys get reviews here in just a bit. But this is how I can manage it. And here's what's going to happen. We're going to manage these reviews. I'm going to tell you how to get some reviews here in just a bit. But you will get, at some point, you will get a bad review. The office got one. And you look at that and go, oh, can we get that out of there? Nope. Oh, seriously? Come on. Who can we call to get that out of there?
Well,
You can't.
it's like anything. You read them, you're like, that guy is just hating.
Yeah.
It doesn't even
It's
make
a troll.
sense from a
You
real
can't stop the
estate
trolls.
perspective.
Trolls are everywhere, right? So a couple years ago, I got a new car from a dealership in McKinney. They did an awesome job, and I told them what I do, and they were digging it because they were very tech progressive. And I said, you guys did awesome. I'm gonna write you a review. Where's the best place for me to write that review? And they said, oh, by far, Google My Business. Done deal. So I go out and write a review. Mine was up there. And by the way, when you write reviews, not when you get them, but when you write the reviews, you're writing it as an individual using your normal Google account. That is an opportunity for marketing. We'll talk about that later. Because my review was up there for almost a year in the first spot. I'm like, hey, I got prime space on here, right? But about 5 or 6 down was like the worst review I've ever seen for a company. They could have given them like a minus 50 in the star rating, they would have. It was bad. But within 2 minutes of that review, the owner was on there going, hey, I'm sorry you had that experience. Here's my direct line, call me. Let's see if we can make this a win. If you get a bad review, respond. If you get a good review, respond. Respond. Now, how do we respond to those negative reviews? Human instinct, you gotta overcome your normal instinct, because human instinct is this. Oh, bad review? Where do they live? Where's my baseball bat? Let's go fix this. Right? And the second thought is, you tell me I stink, well you stink too, and here's why. Right? Don't do that. Take the high road. And like you were just saying is, you can't stop the trolls, you can't stop the bad ones. But if you look good in the response, then they're gonna go, oh, that was a crackpot, that was some goofball, just giving a bad review, just hating. Right? It's all what you say in response.
I guess you can get it set up to where you get notified whenever
Oh, you absolutely get notified. You get an email.
Good.
Yeah, when that happens. Google Analytics. So that review that I got right there has either come in late last night or today during class. Okay? But if I come down here and Google Analytics is showing me the tracking for my website and tied into this page, you have the ability to do AdWords. You can pay to have this page shown. So Google makes the money. But here's a big one, Google Plus. And everybody goes, oh, Google Plus, I don't know what to use this for. This is my Google Plus business page? Yeah, it's your business page. Yeah. So treat it as such. You are the restaurant owner, this is the restaurant. Go and talk about your restaurant. Go and talk about your business. Just listed, just sold, stats, open houses, business, 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 everything about your business. So we come in here, we talk a lot about all of the different websites we finished. All of the trainings that we have coming up, all these other items. That's what we're going in and sharing. That's what you do here. You go in and put in your info for your business.
And I wish every restaurant would just put their menus in right there.
Exactly.
I know, with so many of them, it's like they have no idea.
They don't know how to do it. So that's an opportunity for you, right? As a real estate agent, go and get that fixed up for them. They're going to think you're the greatest thing ever. You're getting a free meal out of it probably. Right? But better, you're strengthening that relationship with the local business owner. And they're going to remember you as the real estate agent. And whenever they know somebody who needs to move, needs to buy, needs to sell, you're the guy. So go in and get these pages set up not only for yourself, but for all the local businesses around you. Does that make sense? Okay. And you're going to do that later. You can't do it right now because, again, if everybody starts doing it, you get blocked.
Are you doing listings and stuff like that?
New listings can go in there.
And it shows us right.
Yeah, yeah. You can also go in and talk about, happy clients. Here's a video from one of my clients at a testimonial, open houses. Here's the monthly stats from the local board about what's happening in San Antonio. Here's a business that's moved in. The military base is moving people in, moving out. I mean, whatever is happening. Content. Because Google's going to see that. The more you feed the machine, the Google machine, the more they're going to like you, the more they're going to see you. I made a commitment that long ago for my business, I went all in with Google. And if you look right here, if I Google search my name, my business name, not only do I get my Google My Business page over here, but notice that when you go all in with Google and you set everything up.
Ooh, they gave you the special one.
Look at all that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just one link,
Sub-pages.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different 8 doors into my website. Then if I come down, there's my YouTube channel. Here's some Google Plus information, more Google Plus information. And then over on the right hand side is all the information from Google My Business. Google loves Google. It's their favorite company. All right? So go all in. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Now, how in the heck do I get reviews? I've set my page up, and I want people to review me. How do I do this? Let me show you the wrong way, because that's what I was doing first. Here's the wrong way. Hey, have you guys learned something today? Oh, yeah. Would you guys be willing to write me a review?
Already did.
You already did? I appreciate it. You're the one. Okay. I'll go respond to it here in a second. Anybody else want to write a review?
Sure.
Don't get too excited all at once. I mean, everybody's all excited, and then I say write a review. Okay, so the two of you that said sure, here's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm going to go out, and I'm going to make it easy for you. I'm going to come over. I'm going to go out to the map. I am going to find my business on the map. I'm going to click on it. There it is right there. I'm going to email you this link. I'm going to copy that link. I'm going to send it right to you in an email. You're going to open up that email. You're going to click that link. You're going to go in. You're going to scroll down, and on the left-hand side, you can write a review right here. Give a star rating. Give the review, add a photo to it, hit post, and we're off and running. Sound good?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing. And I would get reviews. And I would get notification that I got a review, and I'd go into my inbox, and I'd see 5 reviews sitting there, and I go, that's cool, and I go and click on one, and there's no review. And one of the cool things about Google My Business is you can actually talk to somebody from Google, which that's crazy. You should talk to an employee. And so I'm talking to them, and I said, guys, you have broken your own system. I'm getting these reviews, and nobody's, they're responding, but none of those reviews are showing up on the site, and the email's blank. What the heck is going on? You guys broke it. You need to fix it. So he talks to support. 5 minutes later, he comes back on the line. Okay, so here's what's going on. I can't tell you exactly why, but something you're doing is being red flagged. Whenever a review is written, it goes through 269 red flag checks in the amount of time it takes for you to blink your eyes. Everybody blinks just to see how fast it is, right? So just the amount of time it takes for you to blink, 269 red flag checks are going and being cross-checked. Something you're doing is triggering a red flag. And as soon as he said that, I knew what it was.
They're all coming from the same IP address.
Well, it's not even that they're coming from the same IP.
Link.
It's the link. I'm sending him the link. I'm sending all of you the same link. So the link is coming from my IP. It's coming from my account. It's going straight to that page. It's bypassing everything else. It's me going, hey, please write me a review.
Yeah.
It's not natural.
Basically, you write the review.
Yeah, it's like, hey, all my cousins and friends and family, write a review. Let me send you the link. I'm falsifying data. They don't like that. Amazon doesn't like that. Any company that has a review system doesn't like that. Amazon has actually prosecuted people for falsifying the reviews. Like they treat the reviews as platinum. It needs to be It needs to be natural. So here's what you can do to your clients. Have you guys learned something today?
Yes.
Would you be willing to write a review? Well, again, excitement on that part is so low.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Where's that going? That's part of the workshop. Yeah. So here's what you would do instead. Tell your clients, hey, just go out to maps.google.com. You can send them that link. That's not a problem. But don't send them any other links.
Just
Verbally
maps.google.
instruct them or give them written instructions from this point on and say, do a search for Michael Tritthart. Once you find me or my business, then just scroll down on the left-hand side and you can hit write a review. And you can do this at the closing table. They have to have a Google login to do it. And what I would do if I was you is I would give them options. Here's the way to do it for Google. If you don't want to do Google, Zillow would be a great option. Here's how you do it on Zillow. Or Realtor.com. Just choose one of those three. Any one of those three are going to help me.
Do you have any issues with Zillow and Realtor.com, like sending a link, like straight to write a review?
I have issues with Zillow and Realtor.com for a whole nother level, which I think you guys probably have the same issues. I prefer Google.
No, I'm just saying, like, what if you send them?
Well, I'm talking, this is clients that know you like, you're going to write a testimony.
Yeah, I'm just saying, what if it's somebody, hey, write me a review. Hey, why don't you write it, get it ready to copy and paste, and here's how you can go paste it in places XYZ. If I send them a link right to go review Zillow, you know, I'm just asking you, does it need to be kind of more natural?
I told you earlier,
Zillow
Google
side?
loves Google, but Zillow loves Zillow, right? And so the more reviews that you get on these different platforms, they're going to play favorites to you.
I get it.
Yeah.
So you don't have any issue sending them a link directly to write a review on Zillow?
If I do it the right way. It's the same, Zillow kind of has the same process.
Okay.
Like if I send them the sub link that takes them right to my page, then that's not going to work either. So you kind of have to do it the way that it's going to register it with these different companies.
On all
Every
those
company's
sites
a
you
little,
find.
a little different. Exactly. Like they have to have a Zillow login to do it. Okay? All right, so that's how you go out and get reviews. Now, how do you write reviews? Well, tell me your favorite restaurant in San Antonio.
Bob's Steakhouse.
I heard something before Bob's.
ETN.
What is it?
ETN.
That's square
Go
time.
white boy.
Everybody's fine. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna give Devin some props here because he told me about this when I ate there again last night. What am I saying, Devin? What do you think it is? Where'd we go the last time we were
The
here?
Cookhouse.
Oh, dough.
Yeah, Doe's Pizzeria. Was that? Yeah, that's pretty good pizza, right? And so I want to go out and I want to write a review. I'm going to go out, I'm going to write that review as me, not the business, me. You, as a real estate agent, need to write reviews about businesses around you. And what you're doing is you're doing brand placement. 5-star review for Doe's. Hey guys, I love Doe's. It's a great pizza place here in San Antonio. And whenever I have out-of-town real estate clients come in, this is one of the go-to places that I take my clients for lunch. All of my real estate clients love this place. And I love the service because it gets us in and out very quickly and the food's great. What am I saying?
You're a real estate agent?
I'm a real estate agent. I got clients coming in all the time, right? It's product placement. Write those reviews, but talk real estate. Okay? What's that?
I said it's also the same as my clients.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, wow, he takes care of his clients. Okay. Only the luxury clients. Let me clarify. Yeah. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a little bit of product placement. What Google wants is they want this. They want your data. So give them the data. Become, at the top of page 6, a local guide. So if I go out and I do a search for local guides, this is free. And if I go and I go to local guides, and we'll do this here in just a second. You guys are going to go out and write some reviews. You could write a review on my business, just saying. You could write a review on your favorite restaurant, your favorite park, your favorite this, that, whatever the case may be. But if I go out to local guides, they are asking for people to write reviews. And in return, they will give you free stuff. like when you write 25 reviews, you get a free Google sticker. You're like, oh, I got a sticker. Right? And then when you write an X amount of reviews, they'll give you free X, you know, if you get to like 75 reviews, and then they give you free space on Google Drive. Like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. And then when you get up to over 100 reviews, you start getting invited to invite-only networking meetings with Google professionals and other business professionals. You basically are the only real estate agent in the room with these local business professionals. You're like, oh, okay, now I'm listening. But what you got to do is you got to write reviews. And so if I come over here and I start to write these reviews, which by the way, they're free. And if I hit start contributing, here's where I can do it. What's that?
Will they treat you the same, have you found in talking to people, will they treat you the same like if I wrote something like as a group and not just me, Jesse B. Avenue, but, you know, real estate group XYZ?
Well, this is not michaeltritthart.com. This is Michael Tritthart in this case. So this is going to be you. You need to write it as you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like, okay, but what if I do write it as the real estate group?
Well, you're basically saying my team loves this place and here's why. That's fine. That's fine. But it's still going to have your name on it, right? It's still going to have you, not necessarily the team, because it's your own individual page.
I have to do that as like my
This is
personal
an
name.
individual. So I told you earlier, Mutt's Cantina is where I took my family and my dog.
So Mutts can't review Michael.
Huh?
You're saying Mutts can't say, oh, Michael's our favorite customer.
Yeah, like right here.
No, well, I
Let me
get
show you
that,
an
so
example.
customers get reviews, but I'm
Here's
just
Mutt's
saying,
Cantina.
Yeah.
Can Mutt's
If I come over
review,
here, there's
Dave's
Mutt's.
Cantina?
So Mutt's Cantina is where I reviewed. That's what I'm talking, that's the finished product. That's what you do. Is you go out and you write that review, but notice that you put photos on it. So we're getting there. Let me show you how to do this. I'm at lunch with my daughter at her school about a month ago. And one of the other moms who's at lunch with her daughter, she comes over, she's got her cell phone in her hand, and she's like, what is this? And what she was looking at was this, Apex McKinney. The Apex is a workout facility in McKinney, Texas, that also has a water park built into it. It's like a city-run workout facility. It's got a gym, it's got everything you need. It's a pretty awesome place. And she goes, what is this? And she opens this up, here's my review, and here's all the photos that I've taken of the place. And I got michaeltritthart.com on that. And she's like, what is that? I'm gonna say, yeah, you know what's up. I'm like, yeah, you know. And she's like, how'd you do that? I said, I can't tell you. You gotta come to one of my classes. Go out and write reviews. Become the brand for your area. Now let me back the truck up a little bit. And I think this will answer a lot of your questions. How the heck am I doing all this? And again, why? Watch this right here. If I go back to local guides, here are all, first off, here's the creepy part of this. Hey, would you like to review all the places that you've been in the last 3 weeks? Because here they are. Because we're tracking everywhere you go, right? So you want to review them? It's kind of weird. Do you want to go to your location history and see where you were this time last year? You can review that too, right? But if I go to reviews, here's all the reviews that I've written, right? There they are. And in the beginning, there it is, right? And then if I go to photos, here's all the photos that I've ever taken. Now, what I realized very quickly is that in these photos that I was taking, I started putting them out, this was last year, student class in Little Rock, going on a hike, do a review of the place that I went, and I started realizing, man, I'm getting hundreds of reviews, I'm getting hundreds of eyeballs
Pinnacle Mountain.
seeing my photos, Pinnacle Mountain in Little Rock, right? And I'm going, wait a minute, it's an opportunity. I need to start branding these photos. If they want my data, I want to give them my data, but I'm going to put a brand on there as well. And so what I started doing is I started going out and putting my brand on all these photos. So here's OU, Texas, right? So here's all the photos. Then I start going out, hey, here's my daughter going on a field trip. Well, I'm going on a field trip, I'm taking photos. I'm gonna bring those photos to the Dallas Museum of Arts. I'm going to Cancun, here we go. Let's do this, let's do that. Here's the cathedral, downtown San Antonio where they do the show on the outside of the cathedral. I can't remember which one it is. But here's all the photos on that. Here's everywhere I've been with the brand. And so now I have, in my reviews, I've done 168 photos in my reviews. They've been viewed 95,000 times.
Wow.
This isn't even fair. I love it.
Yeah. Be the one who does it. Because now you have people seeing your brand for free 95,000 times over. Now, can I sit here and say that I've gotten a training gig out of this or a website design product out of this?
Oh, yeah.
No, I can't say that, but I can say that my newsletter review or sign up has gone up 250% since I've done this. That's a fair statement. I'm getting an increase in my brand. Write the reviews. Now, number one, you're helping out the business you're writing the review on. If you don't have a good review, don't write a review. If your mama has nothing good to say, don't say it at all. What she told you to say. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say it. Just write the good reviews. That's it. But you're going to go in and you're going to add photos because people like to see the photos. And when you go in and add those photos, I just added this one a couple days ago. I added this one yesterday. Went for a run in the park here in San Antonio. It's already been viewed 4 times. That's been up there less than 18 hours.
Are you going to get to have to do a picture with the logo?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the reviews are going to be done here, though, right? We got that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, how I go in and add this easily with a watermark is number one. I have a logo created. So I already have that logo. So you got to have a logo. And if you don't have a logo, Fiverr.com is a great place to get a logo. It's super cheap and super easy.
What was that again?
Fiverr, Fiverr.com. It's a site for people who do things for $5, and one of those is a logo design.
Did you say Fiverr?
Fiverr, it's
For $5?
5 with 2 R's at the end. Let me show you. So Fiverr.
So whenever they, if they hit your banner where you brand, does that redirect them to like your website?
I don't have, it's not a hyperlink. It's just basically a watermark that I'm putting on the photo. Okay. So if I come over here and I say logo design, then I'll find all the designers that can do a logo for me for like $5.
Oh yeah, I think.
But again, it's one of those things where I kind of sort of have to know what I want. Because if you say, well, I need to have like 3 or 4 rounds of revisions, it's not going to be $5. It's going to be paid more. Okay? But once I have all the pieces, I downloaded an app on my phone called EZY Watermark. And when I go to EZY Watermark, there's a free version and there's a pay version. Do the pay version. It's like $4. But what it will do is it will allow you to watermark all your photos and video off your phone in a matter of seconds. And also it will batch photos. So let's say you took 20 photos at family reunion and you want to watermark all those photos, you can watermark all 20 at one time. It's pretty awesome.
So is it
EZY
that watermark, that's
watermark.
how videos or whatever go viral because of the many times that it gets shown or
Right,
seen?
but what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little brand, a little tag, a little watermark on that photo. So I went for my run yesterday. I sat down on the park bench. I took all the photos. I drop them over into EZY watermark them in a couple minutes. Then I went out on my phone and did a review of the park. Gave it a 5-star review. Here's my little blurb about it, and I added my watermark photos, and I'm done.
Wow.
So when you guys go out to a neighborhood, when you go out to your Apex McKinney, when you go out to watch the Spurs win Saturday night, when you go out to the Riverwalk, when you go out anywhere in this area, write a review. But watermark that review.
Question, when you use EZY Watermark, does it permanently change the original photo?
Makes a copy.
Make a copy of it.
Yes, you still have one without the brand. Yeah.
So when you're doing reviews, does it sync up your personal Gmail account and your business account?
So when I write a review, it's only the personal side. I can only get reviews as a business. I can't write a review as a business. It's only going to be. That's why when I write that review, I'm mentioning somehow, some way, real estate, because it's going to be on the personal side.
I was invited to join the local guys community.
Yes.
It says 18 years old, obviously. I check the box, but I don't check the box to agree to receive emails. They frown upon that.
They want you to, but you don't get. They don't kill you with emails. What they'll do is they'll say, "Congratulations, you just hit the 10,000 view level on your photos. You just hit 50,000." Like they'll give you stats. Here's your most popular photos. So it's kind of, here's tips on how to write reviews, you know, stuff like that. It's not a big deal.
So I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. So I'm signed in as kind of like my business email, and when I try to do a review, it's showing up as.
It's always going to show up as the personal side. When you write a review, always you. So let's do one here. So I go out to Google. Give me what'd you say? Bob's Steakhouse. Or is it
Just
right, Bob's Steakhouse right here? Okay. And so if I come over here and I say I want to write a review, then I come down. Where's the review option? It's here somewhere.
Right there, you missed it.
Did I
Right,
miss it?
right underneath the graph.
There it is. Sorry. All right, so come over here. 5-star review. Blah, 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 blah. Go to my photos. Grab my photos. If I have them watermarked, I'm dropping those in. And I'm done. But keep in mind, when I write this review, it's me, not the business page that I just set up. It's me. So I need to mention something about real
The
estate.
picture there shows up like the way your business page is.
That's right.
It's reality.
But it's Michael, not Michael the business. Exactly.
When I write the review, do I have to have everything ready to go? Can I go back and edit it if I see a typo? Can I go
You
back?
can go back
and add
and
my
you can go
picture?
back and edit, yes. And if I don't have the photos at the time, I can go
Yeah.
back and do that later as well too.
Thank you.
I've done that for some of my reviews. I didn't have any photos watermarked, so I went back and dropped them in
So are
later.
these two different Google, I mean, you're rating them on Google and then local guide is completely.
It's all part of the same thing.
Okay, so.
Yeah. It's just Google has branched that out and they now call it local guides.
Okay.
This right here is local guides.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it counts towards your numbers of reviews on local guides.
Couldn't you just use Canva to watermark your picture?
You could, but when I take my photo and I drop it over into the Easy Y watermark, I mean, it's like bing, bing, I'm done in 30 seconds. Whereas
That's
Canva's a little bit, yeah, Canva's a little bit of work. Easy Y watermark is a one-time fee, $5.
Oh, okay.
It's
It's
not
only
like,
$1.99.
is it $1.99? Then they got a special going on. I got ripped. Yeah, so, yeah. So make sure and use that or some alternative on that. Okay? Now, let's do this. Just so you're comfortable with writing a review. Even if you don't have the photos watermarked right now, remember you can always go back and edit that later. I want you guys to go out. I want you to think of your favorite restaurant, your favorite park, your favorite something in the area, and I want you to go out and find them, do a Google search for them, and I want you to write a review about them, a glowing review about how awesome this place is, whatever it is. If you say, well, my area is not on Google My Business, my company that I'm wanting to write a review about, they're not listed, then ding, 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 that's an opportunity for you. It's the same thing I had with the AC unit earlier. Go out and talk to that business owner, help them get their business page set up to where they can start to receive reviews, and you're going to be a rock star in their eyes. But I just want you to take about 5 minutes. This one's a short one. 5 minutes to go out and write 1 or 2 reviews about some of your favorite businesses, and then we're going to finish up with Google Maps, one of the most powerful things we can do. All right, so we got some reviews written. Does that make sense why we do that? It's your local brand. Local brand, that's a big, big thing, guys, I'm telling you. And I'm starting to see some traction in my area from that. And getting eyeballs onto my reviews, able to see my website at no additional cost. Google wants your data, give them the data, just give them branded data.
How do you add photos to a review from your phone, or can you not?
You can. So like if you go back to local guides from your phone, you have the ability to edit and add the photos in there.
Oh.
And so even if I do it from my laptop, let me show you this. If I discard this and I come back to local guides, I think I don't have it pulled up, that's okay, I can get it pulled up. So I go up to local guides, and I come back over here and I go in, start contributing. Here's my reviews that I've written. If I need to go ... edit the review, delete the review, or add a photo, I can do so.
Oh, okay.
That's me controlling that. Now, it would say delete the review. Only the person who wrote the review can delete it. Maybe the business owner calls you, has rectified the situation, because you wrote a nasty review or a bad review. You can amend it. You can do an update, or you can remove it. If somebody does write a review that is slanderous, that is profane, that is race, hate, whatever, you can contact Google and they'll take those down. But if it's just somebody saying, hey, I didn't have a good experience and here's why, you can't get those removed. Okay?
If you're doing local guides on your phone, you
Or
have
on
to-
your laptop, either way.
If you do it on your phone, there's no app for local guides. You have to.
You just go to local guides. You just make sure you're logged into Google and just do a search for local guides. But another way of doing it too is just go out to the place you want to write the review and write the review and add your photos, because that is tied into local guides. So the review system is local guides. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's just that when you decide to join local guides and contribute, then they start tracking all of your reviews and give you the ability to see them here and manage them here. And then it starts, it's almost like you start to get flyer points, frequent flyer points. You start getting reviews added up, and I'm on level 3, and once I get to, I'm at 79 reviews, once I get to 100 reviews, then I get another opportunity of Google stuff coming my way, free stuff.
So this is pretty much taking over Yelp then, right?
That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. Google just announced too that they are starting to do job placement. So now they're going to start taking over Career Builder and all these other places. They're getting into job placement. Again, Google comes into your realm, takes it over, and your company hates it. Google Alerts, which we've been using for years. Hopefully all of you use Google Alerts. Google Alerts, before that, PR companies were selling that data to other corporations at $7,000 a pop each month. And Google comes along and gives it away for free. So other companies don't like Google. Now, we saved the best one for the last one. Who wants to get to the first page of a search? In like, I don't know, a week, 3 weeks? Here's what you got to do. You got to narrow your focus. You've heard that before in the one thing. You've got to find your one thing. And you've got to hammer it. And one of the best ways to hammer it is to create a map, a Google map about that one thing. Let me show you the finished product first, a couple of them. And then we'll talk about how you guys can build these maps, which by the way, they're free. You can have as many maps as you want. Now, one that we've been talking about for years in my classes, everybody kind of jokes about it because it's kind of funny that it's out there, but it works, and they've been ranked #1 for about 10 years now, is if you guys ever go to Austin, and you type in Austin Taco Maps, then there's 551,000 results that come up. This link right here has been #1 for 10 years running. It was created by a real estate agent in Austin, Texas, because she was trying to sell, this is Julie Nelson, used to be in Market Center #1. She's trying to sell homes in the Barton Creek area, which is a beautiful part of Austin. And people will go, I love this house, oh my gosh, I love this view, but I can't live here. And Julie's like, why? Well, I can't walk to Torchy's Tacos, so I can't live here. People in Austin are making life decisions based off of taco stands. It's Austin, know that. It's kind of weird, right? But I guarantee you there's probably some pretty good taco places around San Antonio that people want to be nearby, or some other great Tex-Mex. So maybe we don't need Austin Taco Maps, maybe we need San Antonio. Taco Maps. But the key thing about this is a site that ranks #1 on that search result, but in the creation of the map, in her description of this map, is a link back to her website. It's free marketing. Well, in North Texas, we got a lot of people moving into North Texas, by the way. I think pretty much all of California. So Devin, when is Smart Zip moving from California to Texas, right?
It's Gavin Newsom becomes the new governor.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so basically what it is, in Collin County, in the last year, we've had 70,000 Californians move into Collin County. And you can see it in the traffic. Traffic has gotten insane, and I'm stuck behind all these cars with giant stickers and Dodger stickers and everything else behind me. Like, oh, there's a Californian right here in front of me, right? But the reason why they're moving to Collin County is all their companies are moving there. But one of the big things about Collin County is we have really good school districts. And so people are coming over here and they're doing a search for Collin County independent school districts, which has over 1 million results that come up. One of these results that's on here is actually HAR, Houston Association of Realtors. We're like, what's HAR doing there? They need to get out of Collin County. It's Dallas. Get Houston out of there. What are they doing up there? We realized very quickly that there was not very many good results for this search. And so I'm talking to a brand new agent. I told you guys about her earlier today. She was 20 years in Collin County as a teacher in the different independent school districts. Brand new to real estate in January. She says, my one thing, my focus in real estate is about the school districts, because that's what I know. And I said, I got it. We're going to go out and we're going to create a map of all of the school districts in Collin County. That's going to be your one thing. Maybe I need to zoom this out a little bit, and I need to showcase the neighborhood that this is near. And maybe I want to go out and draw the boundary of the neighborhood. So I'm just going to come over here and add line, and we're going to say, hey, not only can you get a taco at Tacos and Salsa, but you can also come over here and live in this area.
No houses there, it's a quarry.
I know, but I'm just saying. Pretending, okay? Live here. Right? And then you go in, you do your same descriptions and everything else. You hit save. Change the color. Maybe I missed the boundary. Pull it up a little bit. Pull it over a little bit. Get it set the way you want. Right? Drop some other pins in here. Where's another place to eat a taco nearby?
San Antonio, walk 10 feet.
Huh? Yeah, San Antonio, but give me
Taco Palenque.
taco what?
T-A-L.
There it is.
Palenque.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. We're doing the same thing. Boom, we had another one. We keep going, we keep going, and we keep going. And then we come over here and we get it to where our map is pretty much set. We think it's set. And we say untitled map. San Antonio taco map. Description. Blah, 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 blah. Describe, describe, describe. And it's going to be along the same lines as what we're seeing over here. We're going to make sure that we are including a link back to our website in that description. Because that's a backlink going out to our website. You with me so far?
Yes.
So that's the title, that's the description. It's the same thing you see right here. Give it a title, give it a description. Describe, describe, and describe some more. Then I come down here, and I can even go out and say layers. Look right here, it says untitled layer. I can say tacos. And I can say add another layer. Places to live. And eat tacos. And so now I can come over here and move this place that says live here. I can grab that and drop it underneath places to live. So I can have layers on my map. And I can have all the taco stands and all the places to live and all the other things that I want to do. You can go map crazy. But the key thing about all this is give it a good title, give it a good description, have links back to your website, have links back to your searches, and when you think that it's done, you think that it's ready to share, Then right here, you see these vertical dots right here, it says dot, dot, dot. Click on it. I can come over here and I can embed this on my website. And what I mean by that is I can take this code and I can pop it in there, but I gotta make it public first. So where here it says share, I make it public, change it from private to public. Now anybody in the world can see this map. And if I hit these dots again and I say embed, now I have code to add this to my website. So I can go and I can add it to my website. But it's a standalone, this is a standalone map in and of itself. I do not have to embed it onto my website. People can just find the map and do it. Does that make sense? Question?
If you continually update it with homes that you sold, will it update on your website?
Yes. Yeah, so once I embed this on my website, I've got 30 homes out there on the map. And I go in next month and I add 10 more. I do not have to reload the map. The map will just automatically update. So like that Legacy West live map, once they add in a new restaurant, just boom, automatically is on there, which is awesome. I don't have to go to manage. It's a living, breathing entity. It's its own website that can be a standalone map or it can be embedded on my website. It's another way for people to find you. And I'm telling you right now, if you want to, I don't know if you want to beat the system. I don't think it's called beat the system. I think it's join the system. Because Google is the system. Become Google. Use their products and they will like you better than everybody else that's out there.
Am I correct that you have people working with you that will handle some of these things for you?
Yes.
So those who don't.
Yeah, so the universal sign for all this is, look up here. We just do this.
Make all that happen.
Just make it happen. This is just, you got this, right? Yes. A lot of the maps, I mean, not all the maps. We didn't do Austin Taco Map. But a lot of the maps that you see, we've done that. And a lot of the placer design, we can do.
Well, like that's what I'm going to get to with the
everything.
placer. Like I'm not sure how to manipulate the placer platform.
Yeah, I don't know what type of call to actions should I put out there. I don't know what I should say. Everybody on my team has either been a Keller Williams agent or has been a staff member. So not only do they get it from a design point of view, they get it from a real estate point of view. So when you sit here and go, I don't know what I need, tell me what I need, they can tell you. Right? Now, something else too that we're doing, so we're working on Placer, we're doing the Google Maps, but here's the Legacy West agents. This is mymccoys.com. This is a custom WordPress website that we're doing for them. And we built the website, but we are also blogging for them on a regular basis. And when I mean regular, we're doing like 3 to 4 blogs a week for them. And so they said that they want to dominate Legacy West. And so we are going out and we are blogging constantly. Here's all the restaurants in the area in Legacy West. And if I come over here and I go out to Google Images and I do a search for Legacy West, Plano, then a lot of these images that are coming up on this page are associated to their website. So they are being found. They want to be, this is a brand new development in Plano, Texas. They want to be the one that's there. And when I go out and do a search for Legacy West Plano, the McCoys are the ones that are coming up on this page a lot. So we're working that over for them. So basically what we can do is we can build it, and then we can also blog. When I mention the word blog, everybody goes, boo! You know, I mean, the last thing you want to do is blog. But one of the best things that you can do for your business is blog. So we have designers on the team that will do that for you. And they're custom blogs. They're not blogs that we give to everybody. It's like what you want to focus on. You'll sit down and have like either an email conversation with them weekly or like a 30-minute phone call, depending on which package you work with. And we'll go out and create custom blogs for your business. In Legacy West, Toyota's moving there. Boeing is moving their headquarters there. We've got like 25,000 jobs that are opening up in Legacy West, just in Legacy West. It's insane. And so we've gone in and we've blogged a lot about that for the McCoys, and they're starting to see major, major traction on that. And when you blog about different items, you can then turn around and market those on Facebook. It's all about the content. So if I come over here and I say I want to talk about this, so they're talking about their movement to Legacy West, how to blow your budget, lessons that they learned. You can copy that and you can market that on Facebook. It's content, content, content. So now we help with the agents, not just we don't just make it look pretty, we make it viable. There's a lot of companies out there that just make your website look pretty. Well, whoop-de-freaking do. Doesn't do you any good. Use the tools that are going to get you to the first page of Google in weeks. There's companies out there that will charge you thousands of dollars to try to get you to the first page. Just use the stuff that Google lays out, because Google loves Google. That's what we figured out long ago.
So what is the pricing structure?
So if we worked over your Placed website, a normal Placed website redo by us is $1,000 one-time fee. If we're going to do a WordPress where we build it from scratch and make it exactly what you want it to look like, our WordPress website, which is custom, it is not Placed, that starts at $2,500. But this is a luxury site that we did for a San Diego agent. This is kipbocher.com. But it's all about his market in San Diego. This is the reason why people are moving from California to Texas. Look at the pricing. We go to La Jolla, and for a 504 square foot apartment, it's around $4,000. Yeah, it's like, okay, let's go to Texas. Yeah, I mean, let's go. We're out of here, right? It's crazy, but that's what it is. That's his market. But a custom WordPress site's about $2,500, one-time fee. Then, if we're going to do your blogs, if we're going to blog for you, we have like 3 different levels. One is we're just going to do the blogs, like a set of 4 blogs, custom to you. It's a one-time fee, $250. If you want us to blog 1 blog post a week, custom built, designed with your modifications, with your ideas in mind, then that's a 6-month contract, $500 a month. And then if you want us to do 3 to 4 a week, then it's $1,000 a month. And that's what the McCoys are doing. But they're seeing a tremendous gain. If you want us to do your maps, then our Google Maps, we have a package called 5 for $500. We'll do 5 Google Maps, like 5 community maps for $500. Or we can do custom ones like Pam, we can do a little bit more. The example that you see in the handout, the last page, borrow this right here, sorry. That example right there, that's the custom one that I'm talking about. I think Pam spent like, I don't know, $900 on that one, just to get all her properties in there. We try to make it reasonable.
Are there videos to kind of recap what we've done over today on your website?
Yeah, I have a video on my YouTube channel that walk you through Google My Business. If I don't know how to make a Google My Map, there's videos out there. Google has a ton of that stuff on YouTube already. So yeah, there's a ton of elements that are out there. It's the little nuances that you pick up in the class that make a difference on that. If you get stuck along the way, I don't charge for email. You guys can email me. Another thing too, on your way out the door, here in just a bit, give me your card, and what I'll do is I'll put you on my tech newsletter, which has tips and tricks that you guys can use for your business. Right? And I'll give you guys a card, and you guys can take mine. And like I said, if you have questions that come up along the way, shoot me an email. If you feel like we can be of assistance to you, send me an email from my card, or you can just come over here to my website. When you go to my website, anywhere on my site, we have forms kind of throughout, but on my homepage, it says right here, click here to begin. Click on that. And then fill in the form. That'll contact me. I'll get you in touch with the team. And we can help you. We can build it all from scratch, or we can just kind of give you a little bit of the SEO juice, a little bit of the nuance behind it. We've taken some clients that already had their stuff built, and they were getting maybe a couple hundred site results for their website. We've got them into the thousands, like 30,000 results, just for a little bit of SEO work. So it can be a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and you everything where you want to do. Tell me 3 things you learned about Google that are going to change your business.
I need references.
Need to write more reviews.
Maps.
Maps.
Reviews.
Watermarking, branding.
The website abbreviator.
Yeah. Goo.gl.
Watermarking pictures.
Watermarking the photos. Easy Y watermark. What else? Google Photos, the app. Google Photos. Start to put something together for my neighborhood and my clients. And again, a lot of this stuff that I showed you guys with Google, it's free. I mean, easy Y watermark costs you what, $4? Get that. Somebody would say it's even cheaper right now. So it's pretty, it's pretty cost effective. It's just, is it time effective? That's the hard part. You got a time block to do this or leverage it out. Okay? All right, guys. Unless you have any other questions, thank you for being here. All right, guys. See, you guys are good to go on track. We're good on that. As you head out, make sure to take all your tables, your trash. Make sure to help out the office. Thank the office for helping me put this together. I appreciate them letting me come and speak with you guys. Give me a card before you leave, and don't forget Devin in the back is still here with some marks.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.